Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Heroes. Today, I will once again demonstrate why it is a good idea to invest on a close counter healer. Now the story today is as thus. After the defeat of Julius in the hands of Seliph and Julia, the two celebrates in Julius's former clubhouse when one day a terrifying creature in the form of a small girl appeared. This creature, known as Lachesis, for her terrifying technique where she latches onto her victim and sucking all of their blood, is out to destroy them. What Seliph and Julia didn't know though was that this creature was once known as Lachesis. Now, it is said that Lachesis encountered a horrifying monster during her trip through the Yeet Desert who changed her into the way she is today. Now, she is known as a horrifying vampire lord who could use terrifying pain magic and is now out for blood. Will Seliph and Julia defeat this horrifying monster, or will they become the next meal? Let us find out. Blah 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 blah, my lord brother. And here we are at the site of Julius's former clubhouse, where we must defeat Seliph and Julia and suck all their blood. Now, this Julia in particular is actually built kind of like the way I built my own Julia. And I actually suspect that they took my idea because this bow breaker was essential to her ability to tank pretty much every range attack in the game. Or at least that was the case back then. Things may have changed a little now. But anyway, so the idea behind her was that since, well, she had distant defense on her, but in this one she has a lot of HP, what she does is, despite the fact that she's kind of slow, she can definitely take one hit and then immediately counter with a powerful attack. In her case, it's Dragon Feng, but well, Glacies actually scale a lot better thanks to her amazing res. So that's how I built my Julia. I don't actually use Quicken Pulse on her when I actually use her. I only do that for arena defense. But when I actually use her, I would purposely leave one so that when she gets hit, she'll pay back with a terrifying technique. And I just slap distant defense on both of them. But anyway, enough of that. Let us go and move on. Really? Yes,
right.
Really. So,
Okay.
let's move these Olivias here and there. You see, these Olivias are gonna be... Let's just think of them as farts in the winds, okay? Since when we're kids, we think that the ground is lava, and we jump from couches to avoid the lava. These Olivias are just gonna be farts in the wind because look at them. They don't have any special abilities. They're all level 1, so they can't participate in battle. So when they get hit once, they die. So what they're gonna be doing is just make Lachesis look like she's, well, teleporting on a map and killing people. She's a horrifying vampire that can move 4 times in a single turn. So let's just pretend that these Olivias don't exist, okay?
Sure.
Sure. Wonderful reply.
Onward.
Alright, onward. Let's go and move Lachesis to attack Seliph. I also can't get over the fact how beautiful she looks with those bunny ears. It matches her color scheme completely. I highly recommend looking into doing that because that is beautiful. Alright, now let's go and move Lolly Lachesis again. So once again, Lachesis moves again by her own. Now Lachesis will go and launch another attack on Seliph, bringing more pain.
Okay.
And now she'll get to move again because she's a horrifying vampire lord. Alright, so now, here's what we're gonna do. Rather than continuing our attack on Seliph and continuing spraying pain, we're gonna attack this cleric. See, one of the most important things when you're using Savage Vantage is that clerics will ruin your plan completely. They will heal whoever that is on the verge of dying, because their AI is programmed to heal first before they do damage. So if you have someone like that, even though they're within aggro range, they're not going to attack you. They're going to heal first, and then they're going to screw up your plan, and then you're going to get killed. So
Of course.
what you need to do, of course, is to get rid of these clerics. This cleric has been sent to the Shadow Realm. Okay, so now that that's done, let us move on to the next.
Sure.
Now we're going to go and remove Julia from play. Julia is very deadly, and we can't leave her around. I mean, after all, if she's going to attack one of the Olivias, they're going to die painfully. So we're just going to get rid of Julia, like so. And now Julia has been removed from play, bringing more pain to that area. Doing so also inflict more pain to that Lance Cavalier, who will eventually be a problem. So now Lachesis can sucker punch both Seliph and Lance Cavalier to death on the following turn. Now, because of what I just did, all these Olivias are safe, and all these air will be safe, and it'll be okay. No one will be breathing these air. Now let's enter and see what happens next. Axe Flyer versus Lachesis. Secret technique! Miracle! Oh! Lachesis latches onto Seliph and sucked all of his blood and bring pain. Lachesis latches onto Lance Cavalier, sucking all of his blood and bring more pain. And now it is Lachesis' turn again. Okay, so let me explain a little bit on what just happened last turn, okay? Okay, so if Seliph would have actually attacked Lachesis first, he might actually be able to win. But because he would die on a counterattack, well, he decides that he's not going to attack first. He's going to let Axe Flyer attacks first. And that is what sealed his fate. See, the thing with AI is that generally they think about self-preservation rather than the big picture. Now, if they were to, say, attack me first, then Axe Flyer would have been able to kill me, because I believe that Draconic Aura that Seliph is packing, or even then, I think his Brash Assault would be more than enough to finish me off on his own turn. But the problem is that I would be able to kill him on a counterattack, and because of this, he got scared. He didn't want to do it. So he let Axe Flyer go and attack first, and Axe Flyer, since Axe Flyer can actually survive the counterattack, was more than willing to go first, and as you saw what just happened, that was able to bring Seliph into the fold and get Seliph killed by advantage. And that is exactly why Sucker Punch is such a terrifying technique in Pokemon. It is a terrifying technique and one of my favorite moves in the game. Though using it too often will really give you away. Yes, really, I'm talking about Pokemon and Fire Emblem Heroes. What are you going to do about it? Yeah! It is a very scary move. I love that move with all my body. And now let's go and get Lachesis to go and suck the blood of these two and end this match once and for all. So Lance Dragon, or let's get rid of Axe Flyer first. Bring in more pain. Ha! Since I deal more damage from splash damage than actually attacking them directly. Alright, now Lachesis, finish this battle once and for all. And I still can't get over how beautiful she looks with those bunny ears. That's such a beautiful setup. Alright, let's go. Let's look at her one last time as she obliterates this Lance Dragon, sucking all their blood. After the battle, Lachesis drained the life of everyone in the area. Julia barely managed to escape the massacre as the sole survivor. However, the experience gave Julia a horrible habit where she began to bite like a rabid dog, causing trouble for Magic Ike, who she eventually met. This was the beginning of the legend that is Magic Wife.